this map, they added one super interesting mechanic that it was already introduced in Counter-Strike, but not really used in competitive map pool. Let me give you an example like this. If you're a B player on CT and you at some point push B, now I'm gonna start walking and then I'm gonna like try to flank completely and I'm gonna go up here. I just went over the bottle here, like a beer bottle, that literally makes a sound if you run over it. And this is not happening anywhere else in the game. Okay, so shall we move to Thera? I just wanna check it out. So I don't know if you play this map, but honestly I think this is pretty fire map. Like it's so fun. And it's so unique in a lot of ways. I generally like it with both rotations, like colors and layout, and things are definitely like well thought out in my opinion. Made this too open. Well, let me see. So I feel like it is too open, but even if you think about Ancient, I think Ancient on middle is even more open than this, right? Because you have like window as a CT. This would consider, I would consider this something like entrance into the donut. And then you have like mid for T's area / elbow, which would be something like here. And then this is like heaven on Ancient. And yeah, I guess you can say it's more open because you have like extra pathing and there's literally no cover here. But I feel like it will compare to something like a nuke outside where you actually have to do a smoke walls in order to advance on T side. But also you have a different kind of playstyles where you just can avoid middle and kind of take it differently, which you don't really have this option on let's say Ancient or nuke for that matter. So you can go from here, or in theory you would be able to go through here, right, to take middle. Like that's completely optional but possible. I think you can make this jump. I'm not sure how hard it is, but jumping up here instantly is like super OP. Like if you do this on Premiere or whatever, like this is literally free elo if you hit it. It's almost like a window jump on, or like a cat jump on Mirage. But I think you should be able to beat the best T spawn. Kind of looks like cash in mid. The thing is with this map, they added one super interesting mechanic that it was already introduced in Counter-Strike, but not really used in competitive map pool. And if you remember on Dust 2, there's like a football on T-spawn, right? Where you can just kick it and it makes sounds. But it's kind of used just as a meme there, because it's not really adding anything to the gameplay. However, here there are certain things that it might actually affect gameplay and people are not even aware. So I might like increase the volume a little bit. So it already starts in like T-spawn area where you have these like rubber ducks, and when you run away and you run over them, you're just gonna like bump them away and it will make sound, right? So it sounds stupid, but this is already like first hint of a mechanic that I think is going to play some kind of role in this map. Let me give you an example like this. If you're a B player on CT and you at some point push B, right, and you decide to flank, just gonna pretend that I'm flanking. Now I'm gonna start walking and then I'm gonna like try to flank completely and I'm gonna go up here. I just went over the bottle here, like a beer bottle, that literally makes a sound if you run over it. And this is not happening anywhere else in the game. If you run over bottles on like Inferno or whatever, they will never make a sound. So you want to like kind of take a pathing, be careful here, and take a pathing from the right, not to reveal yourself. Because if you're a terrorist and you're gonna play like from here, let's say, and then you hear the bottle break, you're just gonna peek the guy and you're gonna insta-kill him. This is already like first thing which I found on the map that, okay, you need to be actually careful where you're gonna go there. Palace Mirage has that sound cue. It does on a ways, but it's not like you run over something or walk over something to break it. I don't think it does. But you can step on a base, and obviously when you make a step, it's a sound cue. But now you can actually make a sound cue by misplacing your step and going over a prop, which is actually like, I don't know if it's correct word, but it's like pushable, you know. This happened to me in a game that I played once. I don't know why, but I died in the beginning of the round, and I literally saw my teammate playing like a football here somewhere with a suitcase. And I was like, dude, you can actually kick suitcases here. And it got me thinking where he got the suitcase from. And I found there are some like suitcases, let's say here, right? And you can just pretty easily just move them around. Like it's not actually hard at all. I'm going to give you like, again, like an example. Like what you can do is that you push this suitcase into the doorway where someone has to go. If they're going to ever go through it, you will have a sound cue. So I'm going to, okay, so you can play here. You can hold, all right, whatever you like towards B. Even this, like this is another sound cue I didn't know about. Like I just broke something. Now you can focus fully on your crosshair and you're never going to get flanked. Because T, whoever would like to flank you, is going to make this sound cue before. So it makes you like turn away. And this is not happening anywhere else on the map. Yes, it happens actually on Dust 2 with the football that I mentioned, but it's not used in competitive play at all. Let's say something like this. Something like this. Well, I did not hit it, but definitely there's a possibility of smoking the window off. Or like, I don't know what's called, piano or CT off. Another thing would be like getting these kind of jump checks. Right, you can go right here and you can just jump check here for the info all the time without being punished too much. I don't know why, but sometimes you slide off. Yeah, but I think the map looks fun. You can throw a perfect CD pop flash from there. I meant in there. Oh yeah, you can definitely. Like I can't be bothered finding it perfectly, but definitely like you can find a pop flash to maybe, let's say, peek this, right? That would make sense. Again, another thing, getting on top of these barrels, taking this peek instead. Super powerful. You can even actually like see above here, kill people up here. I honestly feel like there's a lot of potential with Thera. Mills, not so much. But Thera, I could see it being used or hopefully added in the future. I'm always going to be happy with the map pool changes because I feel like right now the map pool is probably one of the worst in CS we've ever had. Reintroducing Dust 2 is fine for me, but it's definitely something we already had, you know? Not much new things are happening. This way of adding a drop option into the bomb side, I think is extremely, not creative per se, but original. We don't see this mechanic a lot. We saw it in few maps like Cobblestone, where you can drop somewhere without you being able to come up again. And it was like a drop area. Then they replaced some crates there and you can actually jump up yourself. But getting somewhere without being able to jump up is pretty rare in Counter-Strike. I'm thinking if you can somehow utilize this window, but probably not. Maybe jumping into it. Oh my god. Imagine killing someone like this. I also like the aspect where you can fall off the map. I think Vertigo is pretty unique in that case, where a lot of like weird moments could have happened in the rounds, in the smokes, where people just fall off the map. Some people hate it, but sometimes you actually have to understand where you can get stuck, and you have to have certain map knowledge to understand where you shouldn't move as much as you can because you might fall. So this is again like reintroduced here. I don't think we have any other map where you can fall off. I wish that ladder worked. This is typical Rob's position. He's gonna hold like this on T side. Maximum lurk. Just know you can throw some nades from here. Yeah. You can almost instantly molly the door like that. Well, let me see how this looks. I'm gonna be honest, like whatever was added in this community update, probably not gonna make it into the actual map pool, but if one of Mills or Thera will, I honestly prefer Thera, just because it's more unique in my opinion. And I don't mind them adding maps like this. I think community made maps is extremely healthy for the map makers to reward it in some kind of way. This might be one of it. Can you actually make this skill jump? Oops. Yeah. Is it easy? Can I make it without strafes? Okay, you probably cannot make it without strafes. Right, so at least we have one skill jump in the map. Or like one that we found so far, but it's still pretty easy. I I think all you need is literally one strafe. Maybe I don't like that it's not clearly marked where the boundaries are, you know? Like, I don't think maybe this dirt should be playable. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Oh, honestly, I like it. I'm gonna be honest. People hate on the new maps. But guys, people even hated on Anubis, on Ancient when it came. Ancient became low-key new Mirage. On Face It, literally every game, Ancient. People like it. It's so easy to play. People understand the roles, and it might happen with Thera or Hills or whatever they add in the future. All I'm saying is that all we have to do is get used to things, and don't expect this map to be added to map pool. It will undergo a lot of changes before it is ready, just as every map did. Yeah, just keep playing it, so they get some data. What's good, what's bad. As I said, be freaking open-minded. Like, guys, it's literally a game, and we get to playtest it. Think about it that way. You're the playtester, so give proper feedback. If you find a bug, dude, literally it takes 1 minute to open up OBS, record it, and then another minute to send it on Valve email. And they will maybe even credit you in the patch notes thanks to that. It took me way too long to realize that there's a ladder here. And I don't need to run around like through the left side here. The scenery, the map, the bells, I'm giving 0 out of 10. Like legit, there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bells that I can see right now. All of them making the same sound. Could have been much more creative. At least pitch it, you know? Pitch it a little bit differently. This is pretty fun. Alright, I rate the new map 8 out of 10. I don't know. I see a lot of innovative stuff, even though they're subtle, in my opinion. What I don't like... Oh my god, we have different sound? But only here? Okay, I'm giving it 9 out of 10. I'm giving it 9 out of 10. Because these bells are literally useless. This is too dangerous, I feel like. This is so close to being useful boost to multiple places, but I think they put the skybox pretty down, it's pretty low here. Yeah, it's almost instantly skybox right there. Okay, I like the map. Thank you for listening to my yapping for a little bit.